So how do you drill a 2-inch hole into a straw bale house? Today I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. I've got to drill through a 4x4 wood post and an 18-inch thick straw bale. I'm actually going to drill 2 of these holes because we need that cold water pipe to come out to the water heater. It's going to mount on this wall, and then it's going to go back in as hot water to supply hot water to the house. So what we're going to do is use same bit that gives us the clearance for our pipe. We're going to use a hole saw bit. It's a little bit bigger than the pipe that we need to pass through the wall. And we're going to go ahead and drill that hole where it needs to go. And this 4x4 is bottoming out inside this 2-inch deep hole saw. So I gotta come in with a hammer and chisel and chisel sections out a little bit at a time. Now I'm going to use straw. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this length of pipe. This is like 30 inches long, way longer than it needed to be. We try to grind the end of this pipe really sharp and drill straight through the bale, but what happened was the bale was so full of silica, it's really hard. Like all the straw is actually a lot harder than you think, and when this was spinning down, which is a smooth tip, it just filed it down and just basically burned that taper right off. This is actually my plumber Michael's idea here. He's the real MacGyver on the scene. So Michael had the idea of cutting these little teeth so that it functions like a saw as it spins, cuts through. And so instead of trying to do this by hand and not having enough force or spin cutting action to get through, we're gonna hook it up to that hole saw and screw this through the hole saw. So I'm gonna wrap this. This is some extra pan liner. You could use foam or cardboard, possibly anything to kind of build out the difference in thickness between this hole saw and this pipe, so that it doesn't have any room to wobble as you're drilling, because that will break the bit right off. I'm going to take a couple of self-drilling pilot tip screws. Screw this thing on there so it's now we have a drill bit that's going to drill through straw. there you have it. Just pull the plug. Pass that pipe all the way through. So what I'm going to do now is go from the inside and drill that hole exactly in the center of the stud bay that I want it, because it's got to stay hidden within that 2x6 shower wall. And I don't want to hit another pipe, I don't want to hit another wire. So I'm going to drill a hole from that side, and there's enough flexibility in this bale wall that I can push the straw out of the way and get to that hole. So I'm drilling through the bale wall from the outside and then through the studs from the inside, and then I can push that pipe through to meet both holes and have a completely isolated sleeve for my cold and hot water pipes to come from the external water heater into the house. It seems pushing that 2-inch pipe or the 1.25-inch pipe through the straw bale wall 20 inches and trying to find the same size hole on the other side. If that hole wasn't perfectly level or straight, it's not going to find the same hole. So what we did was we jabbed a 3/4-inch pipe through that hole to use as a guide to send the 1.25-inch pipe over top of it, and we can move the pipe around a little bit and kind of find that hole a little bit easier.
There you go, right there. Okay, keep it going. Keep coming.
Pull the other pipe out?
Yeah. Push the other one if you want a little bit more. Right there, and then you can decide where you want.
I've got plenty of length out here.
Right there is good. Yeah. Okay.
You got it?
So we're going to cut this pipe to length, but really we only need to be out 1 inch past the wall surface. That's where our plaster is going to come up to, and then we'll caulk that hole to seal it up. In fact, once we pass the pipe through, we'll spray foam, a bunch of foam in there to insulate it, to keep that from being a way for air to get through the house, and water too. So that's about it. Have a completely isolated sleeve for my cold and hot water pipes to come from the external water heater into the house. So it's just about as simple as that. Not a whole lot to it. I hope you got something out of this. If so, smash that like button and make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more helpful videos about building a straw bale house. We're going to be doing this one start to finish, so I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, peace out.